What is good, my fellow sick, disgusting degenerates? Took me 30 times to record this intro. No matter what happens here, I'm keeping it. Yes, I'm outdoors. No, I'm not camping. I feel like Lucrative James right now, just posted on the couch. I love this. UFC 319 prediction video. I gave you guys one last week, an early leans video. I did pick flip, so get ready. It's going to get brutal. Before we start, guys, if you're in America, we did it. No more pay-per-views. Pay-per-views can suck it officially. If you're outside the States, you get free healthcare, but you don't get free pay-per-views. Do not move here. We're going to dive into this card. Love this card. Super stacked. Like I said, I dropped a video last week, early leans, but now these are official picks. We'll drop videos throughout the week. We'll do like a safety parlay video. Friday, we'll do the post-weigh-in predictions, all that shebang. Contender series tomorrow. No idea who's fighting. Let's dive in, guys. Like, subscribe, comment. Appreciate y'all for being here. These bugs are going to drive me insane. Let's get it. The first fight of the night, I am not even going to try and pronounce this guy's name. Alibi Adiris Joseph Morales. Never heard of them in my life. Not even touching this fight. One guy's 10-0. I'm picking him. Next fight. Karine Silva. Diani Barboza. This is rough. Both Brazilians, both submission demons, both grappling demons, both good at BJJ. And I don't know what to do with this fight, guys. I'm going to be brutally honest. I like Karine Silva a little more. It was such a lock when she was fighting JJ Aldrich. Why, God, did you have to do this to me? You know, gun to my head, I have to go Karine Silva. Not even because stylistically she does anything better. It's just level of competition she fought. And it's literally that simple. Like these girls are somewhat identical. I think Karine Silva may have a tiny bit better striking than Barboza. But grappling and submission ability, it's like, in my eyes, it's dead even. I believe Barboza's the underdog, which makes sense because it's short notice for her. But, you know, this fight was such a lock, and now I don't know what to do with it. I like it going the distance. I think the grappling cancels each other out. Karine Silva, just a little bit better in my eyes. Pro MMA record. She's fought, 23 times versus Barboza's 11. Does that really mean anything? No. Could go both ways. You could say, well, that's miles on the gas tank. In this case, I'm going to assume that it helps her MMA knowledge. And I'm still going Karine Silva. But I went from locking this in to not really wanting to touch this fight from a betting perspective. Karine Silva may be slightly more lesbian, so I think we should just lock her in. Drop in the comments if I'm baiting. Next fight, Nursulton, Ruziboev, and Bryan battle. Another tough one. This really could go either way. I am still siding with Bryan battle. He's a slight favorite, I believe. And it's really just stylistically, I think he is more in the arsenal. He's got the submission ability. So does Ruziboev, technically. Actually, no. I take that back. Ruziboev is really just a striker. I'm sure he could grapple if he had to. Have we seen it much? Not really. Man, if he could have grappled, he would have done that against Buckley, and he didn't. So, kind of says something right there. More UFC experience for Bryan battle, too. Stock report, I got to go Bryan battle as well. The issue was his last fight with Randy Brown. Kind of thought he lost that one, but that is Randy Brown. I'm pretty high on Randy Brown. He's an athletic demon. And, even though Nursulton has 4 inches of height on Bryan battle, which doesn't mean much, he does have 1 inch less of reach. If Bryan battle was coming in here 6 inches less of reach, I'd be a little more scared of him getting pinged up. But, I like Bryan battle's fight IQ. He has his moments where he kind of baits when it comes to the fight IQ. But he's looked good his UFC career. I can't really knock Bryan battle. It's really just that last fight. The Josette KO was nasty. He destroyed Angelusa, like I said before. Made him quit, literally. I'll kill you. Classic. Gotta love it. Fletcher, Green, all finishes. I like it, man. I like Bryan Battle. You know, even that 15-second knockout he had when, I think that was Green, when he rushed him in the pocket, bing, 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 just clipped him with like a left hook or something. Disgusting. And, you know, Ruziboev has had his moments in the UFC, but level of competition, you know, he KO'd Cedric Dumas. Is this Bruno Ferreira? All right, he KO'd Bruno Ferreira in a minute and 15 seconds. Where was I for that one? But other than that, bro, Stoltzfus, not bad, but went the distance with Stoltzfus. And I thought Buckley KO'd him. I didn't know that went the distance. Whatever, who cares? Buckley annihilated this man, as he should have. And I'm still going Bryan Battle, guys. I want to go method of victory for this video, too. Bryan Battle method of victory. I guess I kind of like points, to be honest with you, but we'll see how that goes. Edson Barboza. Next fight, Edson Barboza and Drakkar, Klose, however you say it. He's got like 4 last names. Barboza, slightly favored, minus 175, which is a little interesting because he's going up a weight class. I didn't mention that the last video. He usually fights at 145. Guess what? He's now at 155. Which could go either way. It could mean that he's just that much more of a unit at 155. His punches hit harder. You know, he's never really someone that gassed, I guess you could say. He's done 5-rounders before. But stylistically, man, I gotta go Edson Barboza. It is scaring me a little bit. Like, the power might be on Drakkar, barely. But Edson is like I don't know. He's a great kickboxer, bro. I really like Edson Barboza's style. He is Brazilian, which means he's an absolute lock. 2 inches of height, 5 inches of reach. I don't really believe that Drakkar Klose is 5'9". I truly don't believe that, but thank God we're leaving ESPN, right? Drakkar Klose did lose me money because I needed him to get subbed by Alvarez, and he got KO'd. If he got subbed and Navajo Sterling got a KO, I would have turned $5 into $2,000. So Drakkar, I will be DMing you for that $2,000. But you know, stylistically, man, like I said, power puncher and Drakkar, it's really all he has. And Edson is very slick on the feet. Obviously, these guys are older, 39 years old for Barboza, 37 for Drakkar Klose. Stylistically, I got to go Edson Barboza. I will not pick flip, but I might leave this off parlays to be safe. I kind of like no distance, too. I think both these guys can be slightly chinny. Maybe I'm just basing that off of Drakkar's last fight. Because before that, wow, he's on a 4 or 5 fight win streak. All right, Drakkar. Crazy first name. Holy shit. Edson's a crazy first name, too. Yeah, guys, I got to go Edson Barboza. I can slightly get people picking Drakkar Klose. It's his weight class, you know, but it is what it is. That's my pick. Edson Barboza. Inside the distance. Or fight no distance. I don't care who gets knocked out. Someone just do it. Don't see a sub happening in this fight. Let's carry on. Chase Hooper, Alexander Hernandez. I really am not a fan of Alexander Hernandez. And I wasn't a fan of Chase Hooper. You could almost, for a while, bet on Chase Hooper losing every time, and he would just cash out. But he's really growing into himself. 25 years old for Chase Hooper. A lot of room to grow. He probably won't be a full-blown demon for another 3 or 4 years. But I really appreciate him for having this grappling submission ability and then actually training striking. Because a lot of fighters will be a submission demon and their striking is donkey shit. He's gotten better. He used to get clipped way too much. So you can tell he's hitting them pads. I do like that a lot. And Alexander Hernandez, I feel like he's reached his ceiling. And from here on out, it's just, you know, he has won his last 2, if I'm not mistaken, against like crafty vets, quote unquote, Hubbard and Holloway. But just making those fights look way too close, man. Chase Hooper, how much of a reach does he have in this fight? Only 2 inches of reach, which is surprising. 4 inches of height. I don't see a world where Alexander Hernandez can take him down and can dominate this fight. I just don't see it. I really don't. I just got sent money. Let's get it. Definitely betting with that shit. Chase Hooper, man. I think this goes the distance. This isn't one of those fights where I can lock in Chase Hooper KO sub. Could he do it? Yes, of course. Every fight he gets better and better. He actually goons during training camp, as we heard on the mic in his last fight. I'm going with the gooner, guys. Looks like he's a kayaker, but no, he's a submission demon. We're going Chase Hooper points, but I will have safer bets for you. I'll mention stuff like Chase Hooper over 1.5 or Chase Hooper 2 takedown. I'll mention some stuff on Friday where we can really try and get that minus 330 down a little bit. I like the price tag too, bro. I think Chase Hooper should be like a minus 600 in this fight. Am I the only one? I like Chase Hooper. Not a hair on his body, but hey, he's becoming a man. Next fight, Jessica Andrade, Loopy Godinez. We have a pick flip, boys. At first glance, I was on Loopy, but I was really, really scared for her. And that fear has melted into my brain, and I am going Jessica Andrade. Yes, she's older, barely. She's 33, and Loopy Godinez is 31. It's not like Loopy's 26, and like every fight she's going to get better. No, I really have never seen Loopy get better. She looked good in the last 2 rounds in her last fight, but that 3rd round, she had to shit her pants. I can't bet on a shitter, bro. Girls don't poop. And we've seen the more lesbian girl win a lot recently. I'm joking when I say that I'm betting on the lesbian, but I am. Jessica Andrade. You will definitely see me put Jessica Andrade KO in some of my parlays. You know, Mackenzie Dern. This was Mackenzie Dern like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Not even a year and a half. But she starched Mackenzie Dern. Do you remember? She was like face down, ass up. You know, beat Marina Rodriguez, which is fair. She's like 0-5, I think. 1-4. She beat Michelle Waters and Gomez. I'm okay with her getting subbed by Jazz Davicius. 100%. I'm okay losing to Talia Silva. She didn't get finished. She was still clipping Natalia Silva sometimes. I was shitting my pants that fight. I had $4 to win 900 on a 13 leg. She was the second to last fight. The parlay was live. Gilbert Burns, you lost me that parlay. I'll DM you for that 900. Appreciate you, buddy. But that Natalia Silva fight, bro, I was like, don't be in the pocket. Andrade is clipping you sometimes. She's proven that she can still be there and bang it out. You know, a Brazilian, a lesbian, and she hits like a truck. I have to do it, bro. Plus 125. I think the odds are closing. She was a little bit higher, I believe. Wasn't she like a plus 160, plus 150? Man, I get it. You know, Miles on the tank, 26-14, not the best record. Loopy Godinez 13-5. But I can't bet on, oh, well, Loopy will get her to the ground. What if she doesn't? I truly believe if Loopy gets her to the ground, Andrade is getting up. I really believe that. This girl lost to Dern. I'm not doing MMA math. I'm not saying, oh, well, she beat Dern, she lost to Dern. We're not doing that. But, you know, level of competition, it's pretty insane, too. I can't believe Loopy beat Tabitha Ritchie. Granted, that was Tabitha Ritchie like 2 or 3 years ago, but Andrade, man, level of competition is really disgusting. I'm going to read off some of these names, whether it's been a win or loss. She's been in the UFC since 2014. Holy crap. And she beat Raquel Pennington. There you go. There's a name. She lost to Raquel Pennington the second time. Whatever happens. Beat Jessica Penne. Holy shit. She beat Angela Hill in 2017. Lost to Joanna. Beat Tisha Pennington. KO'd Rose Namajunas in 2019. Lost to Wei Li in 42 seconds. Jesus. But then she lost to Rose again. Lost to Shevchenko. She beat Lemos. Lost to Blanchfield. Lost to Tatiana Suarez. Beat Mackenzie Dern. Lost to Natalia Silva. Lost to Jazz Davicius. I just don't think that Loopy is this like amazing submission demon that's going to latch up the neck. Snatch up the neck. What'd I say? Latch? Whatever. I just don't see it, guys. And Loopy hasn't really fought a power puncher like Andrade. I'm sorry. Sorry to talk about this fight so much, but I gotta go Andrade. I can really see her clipping Loopy. If she loses, I don't want to see anything in the comments. Shut up. I am going Andrade. Full-blown lesbian. And I, for some reason, have seen her vagina before on Google. Next fight, Gerald Meerschaert and Michal Oleksiejczuk. I am sticking with my GM3 pick. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. Tell me the last time GM3 has been knocked out. I'm going to tell you when, because you will be surprised. Joe Pyfer. That was 2 years ago. We're going to let that slide. It's Joe Pyfer. Other than that, he's gotten KO'd by Chimaev in 2020, and then some random asshole, Ian Heschenschach. Other than that, he hasn't gotten KO'd since Thiago Santos in 2017. Thiago Santos, Chimaev, and Joe Pyfer. Please don't act like Michal Oleksiejczuk is anywhere near on their level. Please don't do that to me. I'm talking to you, the Godfather. This guy was getting destroyed by Edmund Shabazian in round 1, came back, got a sub in round 2. You know, his last... He had a decent fight. Bro, he had a better fight with RDR than Whittaker did. Maybe not. Maybe I'm a casual for that take, but it is slightly true. Losing to Brad Tavares, I really hate that, but whatever. And then let's look at Michal Oleksiejczuk, who a lot of you guys are picking because he's with the fighting nerds. Do you know who's with the fighting nerds? Carlos Prates, and he lost to Ian Gary. This guy got subbed by Michel Pereira and Kevin Holland. GM3 is locking in a sub. You know, Michal KO'd Cedric Dumas. Dumas looked horrible that fight. Horrible. And it's not even like Michal has like the crazy reach advantage. We're going to look at that real quick. He's shorter by 3 inches in the reach. This guy's got fucking T-Rex arms, bro. I'm sorry, I'm crashing out predicting this fight. You know, a guy that's submitted people 29 times versus Michal who's been sub 6. I can't do it. Again, if this fails, I don't want to hear shit in the comments. I'm the chosen one. I'm the Oracle. I'm going GM3. Submission. He's locking that shit in. Get ready. He might get clipped 1 or 2 times. I don't give a fuck. He beat Edmund Shabazian. Please don't act like Michal is anywhere near on that level. Fighting nerds. He's not a real fighting nerd. This guy's white. He's from Poland. Shut up. Next fight. King Green. Diego Ferreira. I am not pick flipping. I'm going with my pick before. Diego Ferreira. It's just very tough for me because I love Bobby Green. He's probably faster. He's probably a little slicker. But I can't do it, bro. If you're not going to block your face with punches, block your hands, put your hands up and block punches, I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. It's like betting on Tai Tuivasa. I was going to say Derek Lewis, but he just won. I'm done, guys. I'm done. You know, I want King Green to win. I really do. I just don't see a world where it happens, you know. His hands are literally dragging on the cage. He's getting spinning wheel kicked, whatever it's called, by Roofy. It's really a sad world we live in. And Diego Ferreira has looked pretty demon recently. KO'd Ruziboev, which is nasty. Duncan couldn't do that. Michael Johnson, he got KO'd by Gamrot somehow. Don't know how that happens. And even the Dawson fight. You know, Dawson's not really a striker, but he went the distance. He didn't get submitted. Perfect. Not that I think anyone's getting a sub in this fight. This is basically like UFC 5 stand and bang mode. But, you know, I do like Diego Ferreira for the power. King Green does scare me sometimes. Like that Jim Miller performance was absolutely demonic. But I just, you know, Diego Ferreira is not Jim Miller. They are close, which is why I can't 100% write King Green off. And the odds are close too. It makes sense. Minus 155, plus 130 for King Green. But I am going with Diego Ferreira. I see a lot of people saying vicious knockout. I don't really see it that way. I kind of see someone getting knocked out, technically. I just don't know who it is. My pick, not my bet, my pick is Diego Ferreira. My bet might be fight ends in KO. Who knows? Nice little win to ruin the microphone vibes. Thank you. That's it, guys. Prelims right there. Done. Now for the main card. This is a weird fight for the main card. I feel like it's only because Kai Asakura is on it. Is a part of this fight. But Tim Elliott and Kai Asakura. I feel like they're trying to get Tim Elliott out of here. That's the only thing I can think of. Minus 320 for Kai Asakura. Plus 250 for Tim Elliott. I said it before. There was a tough season where the guy, can't remember his name, Lane, let me bang, bro. They were literally about to jump Tim Elliott. It's on YouTube. Watch it. It's very funny. Tim Elliott's like, I don't care. You could tell he was like shitting his pants. You know, Tim Elliott does have a grappler's chance here, but I just can't see it. Kai Asakura dyed his hair blonde. Automatic lock when you dye your hair blonde. Dan Hooker. Now, all jokes aside, though, it should be a striker's delight in Kai Asakura. You know, he got to test out the waters in the UFC with Pantoja, and I've never been that high on Kai Asakura, but I've never been that high on Tim Elliott at all whatsoever. I think he hasn't fought in 2 years either. He's got 3 inches less of reach. 7 years older at 38, way past his prime. Again, he does have a grappler's chance, but hasn't fought in a little bit over a year and a half. And he's got a mullet. It's like everything is against Tim Elliott right now, which means he probably will win this fight. But I'm going Kai Asakura. Thank you, Wind. I am going Kai Asakura by KO. Kai Asakura KO. I'm okay with that. I think the reach advantage will help him as long as he uses it. And he needs a bounce back win. You know, you can't be 0-2 in the UFC and one is to Tim Elliott. I will crash out. I probably won't even bet this, to be honest. I will. I'm a psychopath. I try and sweep the card every time. But my pick is Kai Asakura, guys. I'm sticking with it. Uh-oh. I don't know what to do with this still. Jared Cannonier, MVP. I'm pick flipping, guys. I was on Jared Cannonier. I couldn't believe he's an underdog, and now I get it. I'm going MVP. 3 years younger at 38. The 41 years of age for Jared Cannonier means literally nothing. You know, he just went absolute demon time with RoboCop. Crazy fight. I watched all my money just as the rounds went on. I was on RoboCop. Only 1.5 inch reach for MVP. That will help Cannonier. 4 inches of height for MVP. It's the same thing every time. It's like, how do you train for MVP? MVP can get a training partner to mimic Cannonier. Cannonier cannot get an opponent, a training partner to mimic MVP. It's really just that simple. I think the speed will be huge here. I think the power's on Cannonier, the speed's on MVP. That's why it's such a good stylistic matchup. It's just like, I think someone said it in my live stream, it's like a fucking gorilla versus a snake. It's like, you would think the gorilla wins, but man, I want to be on Cannonier so bad. I'll probably add him to some parlays like a dickhead. But it's just the striking of MVP is just demonic. The other thing, too, is Jared Cannonier has gotten hurt every single one of his last 4 or 5 fights. No grappling ability at all. We've never seen him grapple. And MVP does have a little bit of grappling. If MVP wants to shoot a takedown and get him to the ground and hold him there, he can. And I think just that is really the deciding factor here. The speed, the style, grappling ability for MVP. Never really seen him hurt. Never really seen him struggle. We saw him struggle against, who was it, Ian Gary? Ian Gary just played it safe and just kind of kept him on the ground, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, lost to Ian Gary. You know, only had 2 other UFC fights. Kevin Holland, bro. Got smoked by... he smoked Kevin Holland. And then he smoked MVP. He smoked MVP. He smoked Shara Bullet. I'm sorry. Holy shit. You know, I like Cannonier. I do think MVP is a little green in the UFC. But obviously he was destroying people in other organizations. So I am pick flipping here, guys. I wish I can keep riding these underdogs, but I just got to go with what I truly believe in my soul when I see this fight in my head. It's MVP. It's MVP, guys. We are 3 fights away from ending this shit. If you guys haven't subbed yet, do me a favor, sub it up. Drop a like on the video. That's all I ask for. Appreciate you guys. If you want to go the extra mile, go in the comments section and drop your lock of the card. The one person that cannot lose. Next fight, Geoff Neal, Carlos Prates. Crazy one. Crazy. This was supposed to happen, I believe, a couple months ago. And then the fight got canceled. And we're back. And thank God we're back. I love this. She'll be a striker's delight. I don't see any grappling. I just see UFC 5, stand and bang mode. And I'm still picking Carlos Prates. I think the odds might be a little bit wide. Minus 265 scares me the tiniest bit. But I never bet based on the odds. That's not true. I bet on Dolidze KO sub. Even though Hernandez was my pick. There it is. I think the first round, Geoff Neal is going to crack him a little bit. Carlos Prates is going to get the blood flowing, find his rhythm. The first round, we're going to be like, what is going on here? And then I think second and third, Carlos Prates turns it up. He definitely can't wait till the 4th round, like Ian Gary, because this is a 3-round fight. So with that being said, that first round might be sketchy. 2 and 3, get ready. Maybe a safer bet on this if you see a finish as fight ends in KO. But as of right now, my pick, and probably will be my bet, is Carlos Prates. It's hard to fade the fighting nerds unless you're Michal Oleksiejczuk, then I will fade you. Or Thiago Moises, guys. Or maybe he was a fighting nerd. I don't know. Whatever. He just got knocked out by Jared Gordon, so may God be with us. Geoff Neal does have a puncher's chance. Maybe you could say has fought better competition. Maybe. And we've seen Carlos Prates do some scary stuff like losing rounds 1.5 to Trevin Giles. What's the reach like? 3 inches of reach for Prates. I love that for him. 2 inches of height. And the best base for MMA is smoking cigarettes. Now, we have a cigarette smoker upon us. So, as long as Carlos Prates doesn't show up drunk and high, he should get this one, boys. Next fight, co-main events. Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. This one I'm going to fly through because I'm going to be brutally honest. I've never seen Aaron Pico fight. I'm just kind of basing it off what other people are saying. I am a very honest person. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I said cap like such an unk. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to cap. Pico has had his moments in other organizations, but he's lost to bums. It's that simple. There's a reason why he just got to the UFC and Lerone Murphy has been here. We've seen Lerone Murphy in 5-round bangers, and he looked pretty damn good in there. The age does scare me a little bit. 34 for Murphy, 28 for Pico. But that is okay. This motherfucker survived Josh Emmett, survived Dan Ige, survived Barboza, and he won all those fights. Those are 3 demons. I think Pico will lose to one of them. So I like this for Lerone Murphy. Bigger cage. We're obviously live at a pay-per-view. This isn't the Apex. So I think he can scoot around, do what he does. He kind of pulls some Ian Gary shit. Strike, circle, keep distance, strike. It's a lot of that. And Pico, this is the UFC. The lights are on you. This is a way, way, way bigger arena. You're going from 5,000 to 22,000. We've seen a lot of people from Bellator, PFL, One Championship come over and just absolutely shit the bed. And I picture it happening again. And like I said, I have no idea. Never watched tape on Aaron Pico. I never will. I'll see it on Saturday. We'll find out Saturday night. But that's it. I'm dog hunting. I'm going Lerone Murphy, guys. I see a lot of people on it too. It's that simple. Even before I heard people shitting on Pico, I was just going Murphy because I'm done betting on these fucking idiots that come from other organizations. And he's a favorite because he's got knockout ability. So does my mom. Like, get that shit out of here. I'm going Murphy, guys. Another underdog. My third underdog, if I'm not mistaken. We went GM3, we went Andrade. I'm cool with it. And here we go. The main event of the evening. One more time, guys. Sub it up if you haven't. Drop a like. I appreciate y'all. This one I'm going to try and spend as much time on as I can because it's a very important fight. I really want to get this pick right. DDP and Khamzat Chimaev. DDP has defended his belt 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. It might have just been 1. Defended it twice. Defended it against Izzy, which is scary because he was losing that fight until he got subbed. And then he defeated Sean Strickland in a beautiful fashion. And then we have Chimaev, who is hard to kind of judge because he's been jumping around weight classes. You know, we've seen him a lot at 170, then went up to 185. These guys have a similar opponent in Whitaker. And, you know, it's tough. It's tough going from Gilbert Burns to Jing Liang to Kevin Holland to Usman to Whitaker. But every time he does his thing. This is Chimaev we're talking about. You know, stylistically, everyone jokes about DDP. He's a spaz. He's this, he's that. He's going to hit you with the piano. It is true. His style is very weird, and that is the tough part about this fight for Chimaev. You know, this is not Whitaker. This is not someone who, you know, stands straight up and throws a 1-2, throws a head. This guy's throwing like elbow body shots, like by accident, not even on purpose. So DDP is weird in that sense. He's hard to figure out. His cardio is insane, as we know as well. And the big talk of the town is Chimaev's gas tank. You know, he looked worse at 170 when it came to the gas tank. Ever since he's come to 185, I can't think of a fight where, well, they just haven't gone that long. They really haven't. I guess the Usman fight, even the Usman fight, he was doing good in the 3rd round. You know, that's why this pick is so tough for me, because if you can look that good against Usman and get him to the ground, do what you do, dominate. You know, not complete domination, but he definitely won that fight. You know, my fear is that you can do that to DDP. My real fear for DDP is the first round and a half, maybe 2 rounds. I think you get outside the 2nd round, you get into that 3rd, DDP can figure it out, and he can take over. I really do believe that. It's just those first 2 fucking rounds, man. That's what's really, really messing with my head here. I told you guys in the early leans video I'm going DDP. And my pick now is DD fucking P, bro. I'm doing it. And it's not even the gas tank. It is. It's the gas tank. Who am I kidding? Because my real fear is just round 1 and 2. I'm not worried about rounds 4 and 5. I think that's when Chimaev will be the strongest, in that first round and a half. After that, it's gonna be harder to get the takedowns. DDP will kind of figure out a way to get back up, or at least defend them a little better. And I think these guys are the same age, same height, same reach. Really tough fight. You just wonder what kind of grappling takedown defense DDP's been training for, or just training in general. We know who he's training for, a fucking demon in Chimaev. You know, it's really hard for me to fade the EVs, the OVs, the no mustaches. It's hard for me to fade that, but it's just, I think DDP can do it. And I don't want to hear anything in the comments. This fight is 50-50. If Chimaev wins, don't act like a dickhead because you picked him. This fight is very 50-50. You got fucking lucky. Just like if DDP wins, I'm not going to go to Chimaev fans. You said Chimaev? Bro, this fight is so 50-50. Which is another thing. The odds should be closer. Minus 220 for Chimaev, plus 180 for DDP. I don't like that. Do I bet on the odds? No. Does it scare me that DDP was losing to Izzy? Yes. Has DDP fought anybody like Chimaev? No. Has Chimaev fought anybody like DDP? No. A grasshopper almost just ruined everything. I'm not going to kill you on camera, buddy. Yeah, guys, I'm doing it. I'm going with the white African. I'm going with the black and white cookie. Bro, please don't land on me. I will literally kill myself. I'm going DDP, guys. Final. That's it. Solidified. Stamped. I'm not pick flipping. That's the prediction video right there. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, drop some comments. Drop some locks. Let me know if I baited anywhere. Picked a lot of underdogs that I really like. I know a lot of you are going to shit on Jessica Andrade. Give me a good case for Loopy Poopy. You can't. That's it, boys. We'll be back. Videos coming throughout the week. Let's get it. Big card. Contender Series tomorrow, too. Peace.